As of recording, this is 11:48 p.m. May 14th, 2025. This is a log for a video diary series that I'm cooking up, and it's basically um it's a grounding method. It's therapy and the like. I want to talk about burnout because as of today and in the past few weeks, I've come to realize that I am overwhelmed and I'm not okay. It used to be okay dealing and managing all these negative emotions, but it has come to a point where I keep asking myself, when does it end? So imagine this, you're on a road trip and you're the one driving, and that little voice in your head is the kid that goes, "Are we there yet?" And you keep saying, as the driver, "We're not there yet." And then it comes to a point where the road feels very long, the drive feels like it's dragging, and the kid asks again, "Are we there yet?" It goes beyond the kid or the voice in the back of your head. You ask yourself that, and it's just gonna keep on repeating, asking yourself, "Are we there yet?" And that's the thing with burnout. You function and you expect to function for an extended period of time, but you don't. Suddenly you start falling apart, your tasks won't get, you know, finished because you're so focused on surviving the driving part that you forget to, you know, have a few pit stops, enjoy the view of the drive because you're way too focused on the destination at hand. But then again, there's also a lot of factors. And I'm gonna dip out of that analogy because the reason as to why I'm feeling this way now is mostly because of the fact that I've bitten off more than I can chew. And what's sad is I was used to chewing all that shit off, but then my jaw is starting to hurt. You get the point here? I am so used to a lot of difficult tasks. I was in computer engineering for the like first year, and maybe it's a lie I keep telling myself to say that I survived the first year, when in reality I didn't. I felt like a cockroach, you know. Chat GPT on every coding assignment, uh, calculators on every calculus solution that I have to pass. It's just I have to rely on so many tools that I forget the tool that I'm supposed to work on, which is the brain. I had to like focus on my mind a little bit, like, have a think, but I didn't. And I look back and like I asked myself, what the fuck did I learn? What was there to achieve? And if the reward was accepted, did I feel worth it? Like, was it really worth the grade? Because I do admit I cheated on the midterm exam on integral calculus, and it really stung me. And that was one of the big reasons why as to why I shifted. You know, the summer term was my swan song, and if I fail one of the three major subjects that I enrolled in during that time, I'm shifting. And I listened to that voice in my head. You know, are we there yet? But in this scenario, during the drive, as the driver here, I realized that the road I was going to, I don't have the feel for it. Like, I work twice or even three times as hard for people to get the concepts within the lecture. As for me, I have a lot to catch up on. My foundations were very weak, and it bit me back in the ass. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I shifted to communications because not only was it fitting, it was because it's where I deserve to be. And I used to look at it in a very bad way until, things started turning around. I joined a lot of organizations, I helped out a lot in the communities, and, you know, one major activity to another, and this is where I'm at today. It's hard to realize that you've done a lot when you do too much. I've always realized this during the reflection periods as of this week. And I realized this: if you do too much, you will never be able to do enough. Because, as for me, I've been in six organizations now. I had a job, emphasis on had because I just resigned yesterday, and I don't know if they'll accept it, but it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck now. That was it. Um, I was starting to fall apart. Like the internal battle, um, suddenly had external reinforcements. That was a tough line, I'll admit. But yeah, that makes sense because a lot of the shit that was going in here and in here, it came out with this one organization, and of course the job that I had um, to ask to get resigned because I just couldn't handle it anymore, and I had my reasons. I wasn't really learning a lot from the job, and I'm just, you know, I'm gonna be ending up doing the same thing anyways, and it's just gonna be a very vicious cycle. I mean, yeah, the pay is great, but I don't know if I can drag it for 3 months, 2 months even. I can't even do that shit. But yeah, it's tough because the things that I'm experiencing right now, um, given that I can still function to a certain degree, I don't pay any attention to it. Like, I'm always postponing the rest I need, and damn, it really goes back to the analogy. I keep saying that the destination's right here, but I keep on delaying it, I keep on extending it, and I have to make the drive again and again, you know? Which puts me back into a spot where before I changed programs, I keep saying this shit because it was a very life changing decision. I don't think I'll ever shut the fuck up about it. But yeah, before all the program changes, before I went to communications, I had a 10-year plan. Fuck it, a 20-year plan even. Get a job as a software engineer, work on real Philippine problems, agriculture and technology, combining it, giving back to the people. That was the shit I used to dig. And now, when I realized that my ambitions were too high and my skill set was too fucking low, and I was not in the headspace to up my skills to that ambition, something needed to fucking change. And when you make a lot of life changing decisions, it fucking wears you out. Because I'm at a point where I keep asking myself, did I do enough? Did I do enough? Did I do enough? Did I do this well? Did I volunteer properly? I am buried by not just my own expectations, but also other people's expectations. And I can't say like, oh, I can just let it go. I can just split, dip, and all that shit. I had to get interviewed for these positions. And I made it so that my trust, my reliability can be established with these organizations. And the sad thing is, I didn't live up to it. I mean, sure, you could argue that I did my best. I did everything. But that's not what I feel. And I want to change that. Like, I don't know anymore, man. There's just a lot of major events that transpired from the past month. And, I don't know. I think I'm just a fucking time bomb. Like, I just need to, you know, bury myself in the sand for a bit and then blow up without hurting anybody. That's what I feel like. And I can't even tell anyone about this. This channel is never gonna be promoted, you know, because this is where I keep all my secret shit. And if you somehow find this, thanks. Don't share it to anybody else. But of course, you know, for structure's sake, I'll discuss the proactive ways I've been trying to get myself out of here. Of course, I've had a lot of self imposition, you know, like, hey, you know, I'm not at the capacity to do this right now. Or, hey, can this be done at a later time? Because, you know, this and that, this and that. But in reality, I'm just trying to fucking emotionally process a lot of things at once. And it just fucks with me because I used to be that guy. I used to be him. All the work that communications entails is like a fucking break from computer engineering or any other engineering subject, especially the fact that I don't have general education subjects anymore. Like, oh, I'm getting angry, I'm fucking mad. Because for what? I have dance practice. Like, I'm not out here making last minute changes to my coding assignment or to my math assignment, my calculus assignment, whatever the fuck. It's supposed to be easy. But why do I feel that I'm experiencing such great difficulty functioning in this shit? And that's where the problem lies. It's an internal battle now. It's no longer whatever's in front of me. And I have to acknowledge that. There's something wrong in my brain and I need to fix it. Like, I'm not gonna put this fucking concern onto my spam folder in my fucking brain or something. It's something that I have to acknowledge. It's something that I have to work with because if I don't, I, I don't know what the fuck will happen. the people I'm with, they've been very supportive. Um, just them showing up and us having a laugh, or we all go to the same function. That's where it is. That's where it. That's my jam. That's my shit. I got nothing else to say, but they've. That is the support system that I have. I'm trying to keep my family away from all the mental bullshit because they're Gen Xers. So they'll always throw around the fact that they've had it tougher, which is true. They were raised broke. And they've made it an environment wherein I am not in any position to complain because I have all this privilege. Which fucking sucks because I still feel like there's something going wrong with me. And I have to make sure that all this bullshit, all the all the things that I'm trying to work with, I'm gonna work with it. Because a lot of people depend on me. Or I don't know. I depend on me. This is gonna be a rough 3, 4 years. I might have an extended year because, I fucking switch programs, but that's pretty much it. It's on some bullshit. I don't have anything else to say. I am dead fucking tired. Like, I think I need a week off or a couple weeks off where I don't have to think about what's up next or what's the next project, what's the move, what's this or what's that. I want to be in a position where I can work on myself and not work on anything else. As much as I can say I hate dichotomizing it, like it has to be black or white, or it has to be all X or all Y, whatever the fuck. I have been at work all fucking day. An entire week was dedicated to just org work. I had no time for myself. That one activity where I had to be working for like 12 hours straight for those 3 days fucking knocked me the fuck out. Like, it's just not good for my health anymore to keep on going with this shit. I need to have like a big fucking break. I want a bed rot to the point where it looks wrong. Like I only wake up to eat, to shit, to piss, and then go back to bed. But of course, I'm not entirely gonna do that. Of course, there's gonna be some fucking workouts here and there. Because, of course, I am no longer the guy that I once was. I always say to myself that my prime years were in senior high school, grade 12, where I was in good shape. I was, you know, I wasn't that fat. I was still fat, but, I don't have these fucking large ass cheeks. You know what I'm saying? If you look at old videos or old pictures of me somewhere, there's those, you know, fucking snatched jawline, immaculate side profile. I keep glazing my past self because the reason why I was able to keep up with that shit was because I was so driven. I was in a position where I wanted to take on the whole fucking world and all that bullshit. And now I'm at a stage in life where I've accepted reality. And it's weird because this is not the reality I expected. I'm in a very, very different position compared to what I expected last year or even a couple years ago. This feels like a fucking fever dream. And like it feels like a timeline where I'm looking at a very bad version of myself. I mean, yes, I know despite all the work that I've done this school year, all the friends I've made, all the people I'm hanging out with, it still feels like I'm on the outside looking in. And that outside perspective is a person that I expected myself to be. And I did not fulfill that. That's the toughest discussion I've had to broadcast or talk about because this is very introspective. I fucking hate looking into myself in this manner, but I have to because this is where progress starts. I have to look after myself, not because I'm not in a good spot or I'm having a bad day. It's an essential way for me to check in with myself and take this time period to just enumerate areas of improvement, things I've done well, things that need to improve, and all that shit. But the main topic is that I'm fucking burning out. That's not like fake fucking news or something. The reason for that is mostly because of the fact that there's only 2 weeks of school left, and my mind's already on on the fucking bed, just like doom scrolling for hours on end, or I'm probably working out. It could be either of those two. Like I need to lose the weight, I need to eat a little bit less, but this is how I cope. Just have fucking spoonfuls of food, like comical sizes of food. I had like fast food for like 5 days straight. That was not good. That's gonna affect me in the long run. Like, I don't feel the bloatedness now or the reflux, but that's because it's all fat now. The body has digested it. It's just another piece of blob and a much bigger blob. And that's something I have to work on. But, I don't know, there's just something about. I'm really trying out here, man. I want to do great things. I want to be great. I want people to like look at me and say, "Yo, this fucking dude did his best." Like I want to be the guy that did what he's supposed to do. And trying to find a bounce back from such a monumentally large setback. It's difficult. There's a lack of gratitude in every breath I take since last week. Like, I'm not happy about this situation. Like, should I go with the self love route? Or should I go with the self loathing mixed with manic episodes of just toxic productivity, whatever the fuck you call it? That's where I'm at right now. I'm in a very confusing spot. But, you know, I've gone through a lot of shit. This is something I can get over with pretty quick. And yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. It's been like 25 fucking minutes. And go to bed, and I'll catch you later.